Somewhere out there, right now, it is raining iron. Somewhere else, the wind moves faster than sound, carrying storms made of glass. Somewhere, 3 suns rise together and don't fully set again for 2.5 centuries. Everything I'm about to show you sounds like it belongs in a nightmare, or a screenplay, or a fever dream. None of it does. Every single world in this video is real, measured, cataloged, and sitting in a telescope's data file right now. Earth's weather report has never once had to say any of this. Let's go find out what does. 640 light years from here, there's a planet so close to its star that one side of it never sees darkness, and the other side never sees light. Astronomers call it WASP 76b. We could call it the Forge. On the permanent daylight side, temperatures climb past 4,300 degrees Fahrenheit. That's roughly 2,400 degrees Celsius. Hot enough that solid iron doesn't just melt. It boils. It turns to vapor and rises into the atmosphere, the same way water vapor lifts off a lake on a summer morning here on Earth. Except this vapor is metal. Then, the planet's brutal winds drag that iron vapor across the Terminator, the line between blistering day and freezing night. And on the other side, the temperature drops fast enough that the iron stops being a gas. It condenses! It falls rain. It rains iron there. Actual liquid metal falling from actual clouds onto an actual surface somewhere in the Milky Way while you're listening to this sentence. Earth's worst hailstorm has never once made the local news look like an act of geology. If you want a second opinion on what counts as extreme weather, travel about 64 light years toward the constellation Vulpecula. There's a gas giant there that looks, from a distance, like the most beautiful marble in the neighborhood. Deep cobalt blue, glowing softly against the dark. It is not blue because of water. There is no water. It's blue because its upper atmosphere is full of silicate particles, the raw material of sand and of glass, scattering light the exact same way our own atmosphere scatters blue light on a clear day. Except up there, that glass doesn't just float. It rains. At temperatures around 1,000 degrees Celsius, under winds clocked at roughly 8,700 kilometers an hour, almost 7 times the speed of sound. A storm moving that fast could circle our entire planet at the equator in under 6 hours. Try to actually picture it. Glass falling sideways faster than a rifle bullet under a sky the color of a robin's egg. It might be the most beautiful way to die the universe has ever invented. Not every extreme world is trying to kill you with weather. Some of them are just trying to break your sense of normal. 245 light years away, in the constellation Cygnus, a planet called Kepler 16b orbits not one star, but 2. a small orange dwarf, and an even smaller red companion, locked in their own tight orbit around each other, while the planet swings around both. Stand on its surface, hypothetically, since it's a frozen gas giant with no surface to actually stand on, and you'd watch two sunrises stretch across the sky, sometimes overlapping, sometimes hours apart, casting two shadows from everything around you. For years, scientists assumed worlds like this were too gravitationally chaotic to exist. Then we found one. Then we found dozens more. Every lonely shadow you have ever cast on a sidewalk has had exactly one explanation. On Kepler 16b, your shadow would finally have some company. And if two suns sounds manageable, 340 light-years away, a planet named HD 13199AB raises the stakes considerably. It orbits not two, but three stars at once, on an orbit so wide that one full lap takes roughly 550 Earth years. For about half of that orbit, all three suns are in the sky at the same time. Which means that for up to 275 years at a stretch, this planet's sky never fully goes dark. No true night, no single sunset to watch alone. Just an endless, triple-shadowed afternoon stretching across centuries, followed eventually by a night so long that entire human civilizations could be born, rise, and end within it. Some astronomers think an orbit this wide may not stay stable forever, that gravity will eventually pull this fragile arrangement apart. For now, though, it's still out there. Three suns. One impossibly patient planet, keeping its appointment. Now, water. Our planet is famous for it. About 70% of Earth's surface is ocean. But by mass, all of that water adds up to less than 1/10 of 1% of the whole planet. Earth, it turns out, is a fairly dry rock with a wet coat of paint. 124 light-years away, there's a planet that makes Earth's oceans look like a puddle. K2-18b is a little over twice Earth's size, sitting in the habitable zone of its star, wrapped in a thick hydrogen atmosphere that scientists believe may sit on top of an ocean stretching hundreds of kilometers deep. An ocean that by some estimates could make up as much as 10% of the entire planet's mass. Hundreds of kilometers down, the pressure alone would crush almost anything we know how to build. At the bottom, water may not even behave like the water in your glass. It may be forced into an exotic, dense form of ice that stays solid, despite not being cold at all. And in recent years, telescopes picked up something else in that thick atmosphere. Faint traces of a gas that here on Earth is produced almost exclusively by living organisms. Scientists are still arguing fiercely over whether that signal is even real. Nobody knows yet, But for the first time on this list, nobody knows yet feels less like a shrug and more like a countdown. If you've been keeping score, here's the planet that wins. About 670 light-years away orbits Kelt 9b, a gas giant roughly the size of Jupiter, locked so close to its star that 1 full year there lasts about a day and a half. Its star, Kelt 9, is a blue-white giant, twice the size of our sun and roughly twice as hot. Standing this close to a furnace like that bakes the planet's daylight side up to almost 7,800 degrees Fahrenheit, over 4,300 degrees Celsius. For comparison, the visible surface of our own sun runs around 9,900 degrees Fahrenheit, only about 2,000 degrees hotter than this planet's blistering daylight side. Which means this so-called planet is hotter than the majority of stars in the night sky. It's so hot that molecules don't survive intact there. Hydrogen gets ripped apart into bare atoms before it even has a chance to form. Metal vapor drifts through the atmosphere the way humidity drifts through ours. We have officially found a planet that makes most stars look mild by comparison. And it just sits there, orbiting, patient, doing exactly what physics demands of it. After 6 worlds built almost entirely to kill you, here's the strange exception. A place where the universe, for once, seems to be in a generous mood. Saturn's largest moon, Titan, sits a little over 70 light minutes from Earth, close enough on a cosmic scale to be practically a neighbor. Its atmosphere is 1.5 times thicker than ours. Its gravity is barely 1/7 of Earth's. Put those two numbers together, and something remarkable happens. A human being, strapped into a simple set of wings, could take a running start on Titan and actually fly. Not glide, fly under their own power, the way we've always pictured it in dreams. It is, of course, brutally cold, close to 290 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit. And the air, while thick enough to breathe in terms of pressure, is laced with toxic compounds like hydrogen cyanide. You'd need a sealed suit, a heated shelter, and an entirely new way of generating power, since Titan's air has almost no oxygen to burn anything with. But strip away the danger for 1 second, and what's left is this. A world right next door in cosmic terms, where the laws of physics finally let us do something Earth never could. Iron rain, glass storms, 3 suns, an ocean that might be hiding something alive. The universe was never short on imagination. We just had to go looking. See you out there.